Hello and welcome to the Craft Lair. I am Teresa, Crafty Grams, and we are once again in our start to finish on the gorgeous Art Deco kit from the Gingerbread Prince. I am in the middle of, moving along with it, but I realized my um, iPad was not sufficiently charged, and so I had to plug it in. And I don't think I can plug excuse me, I can plug it in to charge while I'm filming because I have the microphone jack thing in there. Anyway, regardless. Um so yeah, I have been the plan today was to start stuffing envelopes and that's what I've been doing with some of the ephemera from the kit and just putting some paper on the backs of them to make them journalable. Right? Right. So, so yeah, and the second signature. Um, there are a lot of journaling cards in these lovely large, I don't know what tags, we'll call them tags because they look like they're supposed to have holes punched in them. So yeah, I've just been using some rather thin, this is book page from a math workbook, and I've just been cutting it to size so I don't have to cut out the whole and entire tag again. Like, yeah, I'm not just gluing the tags onto it to make it. No, I can't. I can't do that today. So what I'm doing is just just cutting strips, not tearing strips or taking strips. I'm cutting strips of this um, blank book page, basically, and I don't want all that green there. And I'm just sort of maneuvering them to be in between the fussy cut bits. Because I'm not all about that again today. Um, Today is Friday, and it is, I have to do my Friday flip through with you. Today's Friday, and it is, I think, day 7 or 8 of off and on thunderstorms and rain and all that happy dappy do. So, so yeah, my poor Penny is doped up on T8 on hemp oil, and I'm afraid she's going to get addicted. Like, can dogs get addicted to that? I don't know. But anyway, it's about the only thing that calms her down. Otherwise, she'd shake herself bald. She would be bald by now. Bald hot dog. Anyway, so yeah, that's been my life this week. Thunderstorms, 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 and they really just they mess with me too. Obviously, that I have a barometer, not a back or not a spine, and so yeah, it also gives me. I think I don't know if it's I don't know. I feel like I'm extra brain foggy too, if that's a word. If it's not a word, I think it should be. So I'm brain foggy and backachy, and I have a psycho dog. So yeah, in other words, super pleasant. Oh goodness. We have not lost power again, knock on wood. But you never know what's round the bend. So I'll go ahead and ink up the back of this one. And I've been doing some add in some embellishments as I go along for flair. And I have these shiny bits out that I think go really well with the colors in this particular kit. So I will choose one of these to put on the hole that's supposed to be there rather than do the hole. But I'll glue this on first so I don't have to work around a bumpy bit. And I'm just using my glue stick for this. I'm secretly trying to use up all my glue stick before the worst, most humid parts of the summer arrive. We're not there yet, even though it is quite muggy with these rainy days. It's gonna be worse when when things start hitting 100. Yeah, it's worse. So why am I here? Remind me, please remind me why I am still in this excruciatingly hot state. Oh, right, because that's where my grandsons are. These are cute, but the little halo of tiny, 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 tiny shiny are very difficult to get back in place because they are very easy to get out of place when you're trying to take them off the plastic. I mean, that could all be because they're, I don't know, years old. Insert ridiculous number of years here. Years old. I mean, these are from Primo Crafts, so they may only be about 2 or 3 years old, but probably should have been used long before now. But hey, I'm trying. I'm trying to use what I have, shop my stash, stop hoarding. Not easy. I'm sure you can all relate to that. It is not easy. So, I've lost the bit of paper I was working with, so I shall just use this one. Or maybe that one was just too small now. Too small. Let's just see if I can eyeball this. Why do I do this? Okay, none of this needs to be glory be. All right. Let's just be smart about this. Maybe a little smarter. Let's see. Let's see if that actually works any better than winging it. Because I've just basically been cutting them, getting them as close as to what I think, eyeballing it. Because I don't measure around here. I measure in ishes and eyes. It's ish and eyeball. Oh, that eyeball did not work well at all. It's not straight. It's not square either. We're just going to ignore that little factoid. And apologize if you heard my phone bling. Yeah. Once I round those edges, it'll just be edges. Round the corners, it'll be just fine. Just fine. So once I get these pockets filled, I think we are done with this one. It is not extraordinarily heavily decorated because there is so much decoration in the gorgeous pages from the kit that I do not feel that anything I can add too much to it will be helping any. Sometimes less is more. Yeah, right. Whoever said that was a loser. Sorry. But I'm trying to be that way. But it's just very difficult. I just want to put all the pretties and all the pretties together. So, yeah. I want to add pretty on pretty on pretty with bling and lace. So, yeah. I think I need to change my glue page because they're sticking. Yeah, I'm really having a hard time. I'm having a hard time. Good enough. Good enough. You go back up there. I'm crafting myself into a corner again. Oh, you want to be standing upright, don't you, sis? Okay, there you go. Someday I'm going to have all of this stuff nice and neatly organized and yeah, it'll stay that way long enough for me to take a picture. Oh. Have I done that twice? I believe I have made 2 pockets there. I have indeed made 2 pockets. Look at me go, like I'm clever or something. No, that's not. Let me see. No, most of these have been large corners, rounded. You know what I mean? I've needed the large angle, large radius, I don't know, large size, which I very rarely use. So, yeah. Let me cut this down. Cut that black number off. But I didn't even cut it off sufficiently. So, let's see. So, right there-ish. By the time I round that corner, it will be fine. And then right there-ish. Oh, my nose itches. I am not itching for a fight. I don't like to fight. I don't like to argue. I don't like conflict. I don't like none of that. Not my way. Even though I'm Irish. Yeah, boy. Let's let the inking begin. Not very chatty today because my brain is, well, it's mostly mush, and I'm not, I can't express my thoughts very well. So, so plus there's absolutely nothing to talk about. The weather sucks, and the weather sucks. That's about all I got. I have lots of crafty plans to share with y'all in the coming videos. I don't know if you've been watching Tina over at the Paper Lover Crafts. She's been doing a, a ephemera journal from some lovely printables from Debbie at Ink and Page, and I have just printed off the ephemera from that. I have not printed the pages yet because I had ordered some, another pack of paper from the Zon, and it didn't come and didn't come and didn't come. And then finally they issued me a refund, which I did not know they had done. And so now I have to reorder paper. I mean, I had the cardstock that I do the ephemera on, but I didn't have the paper that I print the pages on. So I have the ephemera printed, and I've been working on cutting that out. I'm going to tell you, that's a lot of ephemera. I mean, when she's calling it the ephemera journal, she is not messing around. So there's a lot of ephemera. So yeah, and then I'm also working on I have a couple of projects going for, not the channel. But I did, Friday featured favorites Friday with them, like the bookstore, the Layer Journal bookstore from Polka Arts Crafts. I'm working on that, and when I get it done, I cannot wait to show you. It is so cute. Anyway, yeah, and then with the French Blue from Bluebell Designs, I'm working on that. I'm taking my time on that one a little bit because it has ephemera, but not a lot of pockets and such. And what did I just cut? Is this the piece that's supposed to go on the back of here? Yeah. See, I told you my brain is not working right, kids. Like it's even worse than usual. Anyway, so the French Blue um, journal kit has a lot of tags and things like that, and no real fussy cut ephemera, but it doesn't have any pockets with it included in the ephemera. So I'm making a lot of the pockets, and I don't know, it's just taking some time because again, I have to print out more of the pages from the kit, and can't do that yet either. I mean, I don't really need cardstock for pages. I mean, for pockets. And the paper that I usually use is quite thick enough for pockets and tucks and things like that. And so, yeah, I really needed for Amazon to come through for me on that one. This is the first time it hasn't, but I was trying a different brand of paper, Hammermill, and it was being shipped through it was a different seller. So I'm going back to my Nina paper, which is what I obviously usually use. Well, I use Nina cardstock, and I usually use HP paper. And I was trying the Hammermill paper because it's cheaper, way cheaper than the HP stuff. That stuff is very, very expensive. And I'm trying to get away from it. So if anyone has any recommendations for it's heavier than regular printer paper, but I'm not sure it's of the pound or whatever. But it is lightweight presentation paper from Amazon. I mean, from HP is what I usually use, and I can't find anyone else that does that. You know, that calls their paper that same thing to compare to. Anyway, I'm just in a pickle with the paper. I'm in a paper pickle. Just please ignore that. Pretend you didn't hear that. Uh-oh, what goes on here? Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that noise, but that just happened. That wasn't like that earlier. Every cuss word in the book, man. Oh, that makes me very sad. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Stinky, stinky poos. That's all I have to say about that. But that needs stuffing. Oh, what's this? Oh, nothing. It's the other side of this. See, it's a hidden pocket. See? Yeah. I even hid it from myself. I hid it from myself. I really didn't want to use something that dark green against that dark green. That's not really tall enough. I'm going to have to think on that one. This one is already stuffed. This is something I had in my ready to use ephemera. I just added some pieces from the kit to customize it, I guess. So yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay, this I can tuck something into. I will use this dark green, and let's see. Let's see. Maybe I will put her in there. Okay, that works. That works. All right. So let's get some paper going. I mean, there's just nothing you could do with the backs of those, really. Quite busy. It's quite busy paper. So yeah. I feel like in order for them to be maximally effective, they should be able to be written on the back. So I think I'm just going to tear them. Like I like that effect on the last one I did, because this paper tears very easily. Let me put a pin in this before she dries out. It tears easier than it cuts. It's so thin that when I put it in the guillotine cutter, it moves. The blade pushes it around, so it's quite uneven, unstraight, quite crooked is the word I'm looking for. Crooked. It's crooked when it comes out of the guillotine. I feel like my brain's waterlogged. I've had too much rain. I am not a duck. Though, I might, just possibly, might be growing some feathers. I swear I'm going to tell my son-in-law to start building the ark, too. It's just so rainy. Well, there I went bragging about how easy this is to tear, and it's not. Just use my reach. And it's a bit too wide too, so may as well get that out of the way. While we're at it, we will make it thinner, not as wide. It's still too wide. Mercy, mercy me. Okay, that's gonna do. That is just gonna do. Tired of faffing with it. Speaking of faffing, um, I I am reminded of Julie, Camellia Crafts Design. Um, I want to start using her words, like she calls score lines, tram lines. She says faffing about, and all of those things, because I want her to be in everybody's minds. I have no idea what's going on with her, but I just, you know, she's never too far from my mind, and I have reached out several times, not heard anything, and I just, when she does come back, which I presume she is, coming back to her channel, I want her people to be here for her. And in the meantime, I pray that there's nothing very seriously wrong going on with her or her daughters. And so, yeah, I will now stop waffling about it. And, but yeah, I just want to do that. Right, let me change this. I said a couple of papers ago I was going to change this glue page because it's starting to stick. It's starting to get sticky. Yep, fiddlesticks, man. Seriously? The paper folded in half. So I started gluing the front of it too. Oh. Yeah, my brain is waterlogged, y'all. Waterlogged. Okie dokie. Now, your turn. My hands are sticky. Everything's sticking. Yeah, I was just checking to see what's on this page because I was thinking maybe I should move this over to here since this is a much easier to journal on page than this is, but I don't want to cover up the pretty girl. I think that would be very rude. Okay. Journaling paper at the ready. And this one I don't have to round the edges because the edges that are there are pretty much square. So yeah, I'm not trying to tear it anymore because that was kind of catastrophic. It worked the one time just dandy, but after that, not so much. Not so much. Okay, okay. So, did anyone watch um, The Nightmare Upstairs? Oh, oh my gosh. So intense. It was so intense. It's about two children who were um, their parents were divorcing um, when they separated into different homes. Um, the little girl finally told her mother that she didn't want to go back to her dad's house because he had been touching her inappropriately. So she, of course, called the authorities, um, and that led to a ridiculous, um, uh, you know, legal issue in which the Child Protection Agency or whatever it was called in their state um, determined that yes, there was consistent abuse. There's, whatever, however they worded it, there was sufficient evidence to believe the little girl. And then they were, uh, they had to do supervised visitation with their father. And the boy, who was a little bit older, he decided he didn't want to go. And so, the father, I guess, didn't object to that or whatever, so he was allowed to not to. And then one time he decided he was going and confronted his father about it. And of course, the father denied everything, denied. And so the boy said he was never going to go back to see his father again. And that was all right or whatever. But then, it went on and on and on about this. The mother was then counter sued or whatever. Allegations were made against her by the father that she was coercing the children, that she was attempting parental alienation. It went on for more than 10 years. And ultimately, the children were um, ordered to go through a program of re, I don't know, whatever. They were being forced to reconcile with their father. And they locked themselves in to 2 rooms upstairs of the mother's home, so they didn't have to go. It was just, oh my gosh, it was heartbreaking. I could not believe the legal system. Anyway, just watch it. I think it was on Netflix. Oh my gosh, The Nightmare Upstairs was intense. It was totally intense. Sorry if I triggered anybody. I should have given a warning first, but it was intense. Anywho, I watched that. It's a mini series. I forget whether it's like 4 or 5 hour long pieces. I have also been watching The Other Bennett Sister, which, if you're a Jane Austen lover, that's pretty good. Um, yeah, I take issue with how they originally portrayed Mary as the Bennett sister they're talking about. I don't like that they portrayed her as being sort of guileless, like she didn't know how she was supposed to behave in social settings and all that. But I don't. That to me was not true to the spirit of Mary. But once it went on and it's gotten better since I'd say the third episode. And it's one of those that's being released one episode at a time, which was really ticking me off. But it's quite good, quite good. And that is on. Oh, that's on. I forget whether it's on BBC or PBS Masterpiece. Don't remember, but it's on one of them. And I get that through Prime. Amazon's good for more than just fast shipping, free shipping, that kind of stuff. Um, so let's see. We got something to put in there. I've probably been doing this for longer than I should. Oh gosh, I thought I was in the last Well, that's why I've been faffing around so much, is because I thought I was in the last signature. I am not. I'm not going to finish this today. Curse words. More curse words. Lots and lots of them. Curse words. All of them. I don't know very many. Just being honest with you. Um, so let's see. I got nothing much else to talk about. Really and truly. Oh, I think she'll look pretty in there, but I don't want to cover up her face. Oh. I didn't think about that one. Oh, it should be so pretty there. Okay, no, I can't. I cannot cover up her face like that. I can put this in there, and I can put this in there, because they will not cover up faces. Okay. So let me just go ahead and ink. Inky dinky doo doo. I'm having a hot flash, and I'm just about to perish. Hot flashes when it's already muggy is quite difficult to endure. And then later on this summer, it'll be, 98, 100 degrees and humid, and I'll have a hot flash, and I really and truly will feel like I'm going to just melt. They will come into my house and find a giant puddle of melted lard on the floor, and that'll be me. Well, at least these two will have the same size paper backing, I believe. I need a drink of water. I hate to do that while I'm filming, but 'tis necessary. And I hope I don't make gross mouth noises when I do it. I don't feel like I do, but I mean I don't. Okay, so still way too tall. Something no one will ever say about me. I am definitely not growing any taller. That is for sure. In fact, I'm probably shrinking. I am shrinking, but I am not a shrinking violet. Let's just be certain about that. Oops. Okay, so these should both be correct. Close enough. And I will round the corners together. Oh, I think I will. Good enough. Sticking to my fingers. It is sticking to my fingers. Oh, fiddlesticks. Good enough. Here's my... La 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 la. Oh, wow, that is way off center. Oh, kind of like me. Definitely off center. Before I glue this one, I want to ink it. Because that was quite nearly tragic. Not really tragic, just unfortunate. Nearly unfortunate. Okay, now we can glue. Glue, glue, glue. Glue it down. Oh gosh, I almost glued it to that thing. Honest engine, I am. Oh, we're not supposed to say that. But honestly, I am not on top of my game right now. What is stuck under here? Oh, we will never know. Oh, that makes me so upset. Come here, whatever you are. Oh, looks like a glue glob. Okay, all better. All better now. Okay. That is just a decorative edge. This, I need to put stuff in. Has the green measles. That's funny. Well, too bad I did that bit of it upside down because that's funny. Bernard, Prince of the Netherlands, 82 Eaton Square, Southwest 1. Oh well. We are going to decorate over it. Sorry, Prince Bernhard. I wish the ephemera were in a larger variety of colors. There's a lot of this teal, which I love, but I would appreciate some more of the oranges as well, the golds and the oranges. Okay. I'm going with that. You cover up and retreat. Come here, you. Well, that was a bit aggressive in the middle there, but c'est la vie. Okie doke. Let's get this kind of glue going. This is just PVA glue, even though it's in a Nouveau glue bottle. It's just regular old, I don't even know. I got it off of Amazon and it's TSS something. Something I cannot pronounce. It might be TSS Art or something. I don't know. It is rather inexpensive and it works just dandy. For paper to paper. Let me just throw that out there. I don't this I put the Beacon 3-in-1 on, but obviously not under here. So I might have to get that back out. Where are you, stinky glue? So while I'm up, this is, oh, it is TSS Art Neutral pH Craft Glue. Okay, and here is my Beacon 3-in-1 in my Sweet Sugar Bell icing bottle, which makes it way easy to squeeze. For my weak non-arthritic hands. I'm not really sure what makes them weak, but they are. They just are. I really want to put something on the front of this envelope, but I don't want to detract from the lovely artifacts that are printed there. So I'm not putting anything there. I'm just not doing it. And that's too big. That will work. I could put away. You know, like putting two faces. And I'm very strange about my ephemera rules, if you will. They're not really rules, obviously. They're just my own weirdness. That's what it is. That's too big. That will work. Those are probably because of the glue, yeah. Because of the glue lines, but this is already ready to be journaled upon. I'm just gonna slip that in there. This is from, I just pulled out of my ready to use ephemera box. the box, affectionately known as the box. Not nearly as intimidating as it was before my recent attempts at organizing. I might just put a little something on there so it will go with the kit a little better. I have no clue what most of these are, but they all look like they're either the tops of the tops of elevators, the things that said how many floors. Yeah, they look like that. Or, sorry, I'm just trying to get y'all straight again. Or wall lights. So I don't know. So that's my best guess, and that's all it is a guess. So when I'm looking at them, trying to decide which is up and which is down, that's what I'm using to decide that. I might be entirely, completely wrong, but I don't know, because that also might be a brooch of some kind. Like I don't know. I don't know. No clue. No idea. But I decided to put it that way. So that's the way it's going. Uh, I got it cattywampus, and now it's stuck in between the glue lines. That is a rather tight fit. Just saying. I might put something on the side of it there to aid in pulling it out. There, that'll work. Once again, no idea what it is. Oh, but if I put something, yeah, it'll work. Let me just finish arguing with myself, and then I'll let you know the results. And I forgot to ink it. Dadgummit. And I didn't need to glue it all the way. Oh, yeah. I do really make myself crazy sometimes. Get my glue eraser out. Nope. All right, well, I'm just going to continue erasing the glue off of this one end of it best I can. And re-glue this bit. Why do I think I can do this with my right hand? I don't know, but I'm trying. All right. Okay. bring you back over. Well, that completes the second signature. And I guess we will stop here. And hopefully complete in the next one. So, oh, sorry, paper, I didn't mean to tear you. So, thanks for watching. I hope you'll join me for the next one, and I will hope everyone has a fabulous and safe weekend. Yeah, so see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.